but already we're seeing excerpts and many claims that put the White House in kind of a dysfunctional picture once again. Now, as you mentioned, the John Kelly quote, there are others, one in which the president calls Attorney General Jeff Sessions mentally retarded and a dumb Southerner. There's another one where the Defense Secretary James Mattis, the current Defense Secretary James Mattis, says the president has the understanding of a 5th or 6th grader. He basically explains a situation, Woodward does, in which the president asks Mattis why there's such a huge U.S. troop presence in the Korean Peninsula, to which Mattis replies, because we're trying to avoid World War III. So just really breaking down some of the most simple foreign policy issues in which the president, according to this book, doesn't seem to understand. Now, as you mentioned, the White House has already responded, calling this a fabricated book by disgruntled employees, former disgruntled employees, although many of the employees listed in this book are current employees. There's also a comment from John Kelly in which he says, the idea that I ever call the president an idiot is not true. He also goes on to say that I'm committed to the president, and this is a pathetic attempt to smear people. Now, in addition to that, the White House also lists pages and pages of accomplishments of the Trump presidency, 53 to be exact. They even list, they break down different aspects of the economy, listing each one as a separate accomplishment. And they even list other things like helping to bid for the Summer Olympics as 2028. So quite an extensive, fascinating, in other words, statement and response to this Bob Woodward book coming from the White House.
Leone, at the end of the day, this is not the first scandal to touch the president. There has been so much worse. Is this really going to affect Trump realistically?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, there have been so many memoirs, so many tell-alls coming out of the White House. The reason why this is different is it's coming from Bob Woodward, who is, as you mentioned, a distinguished journalist who was made famous for being one of the journalists who broke the whole Watergate scandal. Now, Bob Woodward, as we're told, has hundreds of hours of tapes backing up some of these claims, these excerpts, these allegations. He's spoken to dozens of sources, and he has gone through documents, diaries. This is a 448-page book by someone with that kind of distinguished career and reputation. So that is the difference. This is a book that will be taken seriously. These are allegations that will be taken seriously just because of the way Bob Woodward has written it and because of his reputation. And also the other issue is, once again, this is not just about disgruntled former employees, as the White House has said. These are comments made by current employees, people like John Kelly, the Chief of Staff, the Defense Secretary James Mattis. These are people who are currently serving the White House. So the question going forward is going to be what happens to these people. Will they continue to work in the White House if these allegations are proved correct?